Was leaning up against the stage with my chest, and a man comes out from behind the stage with a guitar, and he walks up to the front stage, and he looks out over the stage, and the whole amphitheater is full of people. Yeah, there's people in the trees, the wind's blowing, and he says one word, and that word was request. And this guy about 30, 40 yards out stands up and yells, "Play Maybelline, man, play Maybelline." And he plays Maybelline, and that man with the guitar that walked out was rock and roll legend Chuck Berry. And why do I do this? Because I've got Chuck Berry's photograph that I took of him on my wall with his autograph, and that's important to me. Hi, I'm Robert Maxfield. I'm a concert and music photographer in Dallas, Texas. I've been doing this since 1977, and you may sit back and go, why the hell does he do this? Well, here's why. I'm going to show you some examples, and I love doing this. So that's why I photograph concerts and music, and you should too. This photograph of Chuck Berry sits on my studio wall, complete with his autograph. It's one of the first concert photography uh, photos I ever took, probably back in the 1970s or early 80s, and it's one of my prized possessions. When you photograph concerts and music, sometimes special things do happen, and I've got a few that have happened to me over the years. In June of 1986, I got a phone call asking if I'd like to shoot a lady named Janice Ian, who Janice had a hit single in the 1975 called "At 17," and I knew a little bit about her, and I said, "Well, yeah, sure, I'd like to do that." And Steve and I went down to a place on Greenville Avenue called Poor David's Pub, and the first set we were sitting in the back, and I fired my camera a couple times, no flash or anything like that, and but she heard it, and she let me shoot a little bit, and then she asked me to stop, and I complied and said okay, and then between sets, we she went out back in the alley behind the club, and we went back there and we talked with her for quite a while, and she asked me. She says, "You want an autograph?" And she said, "What do you want on it?" And I said, "Man, I don't know." And she says, "What's your name?" And I said, "Robert." And she said, so she signed an autograph to me, to Robert, and I've got that autograph and her picture still on my wall today. I had it in the kitchen of my house, um, next to the in the dining room. I thought it was such a cool picture, but today it sits here in the studio, and that's where it resides. And I still think of the picture and just the cool circumstances in which I was able to take the photograph. This photograph of Janice Ian was shot on Kodak color film, and for a very long time it sat in my dining room or breakfast nook at the house, and it's very special because it shows what you can do in a small club with Kodak film. Um, I've not only done I not only do music and concerts and stuff like that, but I also do comedy concerts and things like that too. So I've done those in the past. But one of the really coolest things that I did was got another phone call. Hey, uh, Milton Berle and Henny Youngman are going to be at the Lowe's Anatole down at downtown Dallas, and would you like to photograph them? I said sure. So we're like okay, and I had really no idea what I was getting into, but I knew that these guys you saw on television, they'd been around since I guess 30s and 40s, and in the 50s. They were at the beginning of the start of black and white television and for all that kind of stuff. And so we went down there, and the auditorium held probably 400, 450 people. And our seats were right dead smack in the middle, and we were in the second row. And we got out before the show and got in our seats, and Milton Berle and Henny Youngman walked out to look over the venue before the show, and they sat there with us before the show, and we talked religion with Milton Berle and Henny Youngman, two of the giants of early comedy, and they're the kings of comedy. So one of the things that you'll get, now I'm going to show you their picture too, but one of the situations or the things that's a benefit to doing this kind of work is sometimes good things just happen to you, and you're in the right place at the right time. And that's one of the reasons why I do this, is because I get to meet people like this and have experiences that no one else will ever have or could ever have in any other way. So that's why I photograph concerts, live music. I photograph comedy. I've done other kinds of photographic work where I've photographed people like Leonard Nimoy, Sam Kinison. It's what makes doing this interesting and worthwhile.
You know, I'm sure there's plenty of people that have had conversations with these two guys, but man, I don't know anybody. And these two guys are absolute kings of comedy from the old school. And to have a personal conversation with them before a show is priceless. And I loved it.
Well, hey, I hope that you found this video interesting and different. It's kind of the thing. Everybody wants to be a concert photographer, and they all want to do this kind of stuff. And there are some really big benefits in it. If you found anything in this video interesting, cool, you liked it, anything like that, please go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe. We'd love for you to subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, confusions, anything like that, man, put them in the comments, and I'll answer all your comments and concerns if I can. And we appreciate you viewing, and thanks a lot, and we'll see you probably next week. Bye bye.